Hello everyone. In this exercise, we will understand how the 2D drawing can be made from the 3D model in Solidworks. There are the variety of the ways to make the 2D drawings in the Solidworks. Suppose this is a 3D model. For making the 2D drawings, this is the Solidworks interface. We go in the file and go in the new, and then there the three default templates comes. We select the drawing, okay. And this dialog box comes. First, we have to select the size of the sheet as per our model size requirement. Normally, people select the A4, A3 size with a different standard. Suppose I select the A3 size. A3. Normally, people select A3, A4 size. I am selecting A3 ISO standard. They select and OK. Now, this dialog box comes here in the left side. Suppose the part for which you want to make the 2D drawing is not available in this box comes. So then you can go into browse and select the required part from there. So our part is here available. I am double clicking it and they are the different views. Front view. This is the front view. This is the top view. I am selecting the first view, selecting and bringing the hair, this one, and bring the cursor top. The top view comes. Bring the cursor down and move the left. This is the right view. And if I move in this way, this comes the isometric section. This comes here, section. This way, section view comes. This one. This is the parent view. If I move the parent view, other view moves. Other two moves, top and left moves. Suppose I move this one, this moves here. These are the interrelated. Suppose I move this one, so other view doesn't move. So parent view only move. If I move the parent view, the other two views moves. These are the interrelated. This one. Okay. If I select this isometric view, in the left hand side section, there is a display style. You can change the display style with the edges, display style without edges. This is the different removed. This is the hidden view. This is the hidden line visible. In this way we can do. And the quality of the high quality, draft quality. You can change the scale of the system. For this one, I want to reduce 0.5. The scale comes here. After inserting the views, you can still change the size of the drawing sheet and scale of the drawing. Suppose I right click on the sheet, this thing we go to the properties. This window comes. You can change the name of the sheet. Suppose I write it ABC. You can change the drawing of the sheet name, and you can also select the sheet of this thing. Suppose I select the A3 size, A4 size, A4 size. Suppose I select A4 size, A4 size, this one, A4 size, and apply changes. And select the also the angle of projection, first angle, third angle, and this one, apply changes. So now the views comes out of the sheet because our sheet size is smaller. So right click again, go to the properties, and I select the A3 size again and apply changes. In this way, comes this one. There are the different methods of giving the dimensions of these views, the parts of different views. Suppose go to invitation. If I want to give the dimension, baseline dimension. In the baseline dimensions, suppose I select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. These are the baseline dimensions. These are the baseline. Another method of giving the dimension is the chain dimension. Chain dimension, I select this line, this line, this line, this line, this one. You can see the difference between the baseline dimensioning and the chain dimension. This is self-explanatory. Another method of giving the dimension is the ordinate dimension. This is the vertical ordinate dimension, but horizontal ordination. Horizontal ordinate dimension, we move in the horizontal direction. Suppose I select this one, 0, this one, this one, this one, this one. This is the horizontal ordinate dimension. Suppose I want to give the vertical ordinate dimension. Vertical, we will move in the vertical direction. This is this one, this one, this one, this one. This point is referred to as the 0 and move in the horizontal direction, ordinate direction dimension we receive. And if we move in the vertical direction, this will give you the vertical ordinate dimension. So in this way we can do this. Suppose we want to increase the size of the dimension, font size. So what will we do? Select this one, go to others, uncheck this document sign font. You can select the different types of the letters. Suppose you select here Times Romans. You can select the different types of that. Bold, point, 14 mm. Size is increased. In this way, you can increase the size of this thing. Suppose this, you want to increase the size of this thing. Others, uncheck this thing, font size, font. It is standard, bold, point increase, suppose 16 mm. Okay. In this way, you can increase the size of it. Font size you can increase. Suppose whole call out. Whole call out. Suppose you select this one. This is the 6 holes of 6.6 through hole. Counter dia is 10 mm and the depth is 5. In this way, you can give the counter. Center line. Suppose you select the 2 lines. First, select the view, center line. This select this. This is the mid line. The center line. In this way, we can find out. Whole call out. Also, we have done this. Dimension, different types of the dimension. Suppose we want section view. Section view is this one. Suppose I give. Okay. This is the section. This section view is observer here, left side, and seeing towards the right side. And along this line, if we cut the parts, the part which is looking will look in what type it will look like. This will be the section view. In the observer is seeing from the left to this arrow direction, and part is cut along this direction, along this line. So in this way, the section view comes here. You get a annotation, smart dimension. You can give this smart dimension in this way. This comes here. Suppose you select this one. You want to give the You want to give the bilateral dimension, you can give bilateral dimension. Suppose this is bilateral dimension 0.002 and minus dimension 0.003. This one. You can give the bilateral dimension plus 0.002 and minus 0.002, 0.01, 0.01, bilateral 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, minus 0, minus 0.01. This is dimension. In this way, bilateral dimension can be given. Suppose this is the dimension. You want to write after this you can write it here, mm. Write it. In this way, you can write after this mm, you can write it. In this way, you can give the variety of the dimension: horizontal, baseline dimension, chain line dimension, vertical ordinate dimension with this dimension, and smart dimension. One method is smart dimension. In smart dimension, we manually assign the dimension. Suppose we want to show the dimension of this line, this one, we can give, and select this line, this point, this dimension comes. Suppose I want to give the dimension this one, this dimension. I want to give the dimension of this one. In this way, smart dimension can be given. This is the variety of the methods of giving the dimension to the part of the different views. In this way, we can give it. Suppose I take another sheet. I want to add another sheet. I add this one. And go to the right side. This is the task pane with the view palette. I select the part here. Yes, you can select the part from here. If doesn't come, then you can browse the part also here where the part is located. You can also browse it here, and required part can be brought here. So in this way, you can refresh the things. And if you want to cancel this, becomes. I am taking in the view palette. This is the view palette. The different views are coming of the part. I select the first part, drag this. Move the cursor above. Move the cursor below. And move the cursor right. This is the light. And if I move in this direction, this comes isometric. This way. One display style, you can change this is the display style. In this way, you can change the display style. Suppose you want to bring the dimension automatically. You want to bring the dimension automatically. You want to bring the dimension for which you select annotation, model items, model cell. Here you select the entire model. Import items into all views. Import items into all views and click OK. Then you will see the dimension automatically comes here. You according to requirement, you just here this dimension here, this one dimension which you don't require. Select it, delete it. Select it, delete it. This you can arrange properly here the dimension. In this way, automatically you can bring the dimensions by selecting the model items. In this way, you can bring it. Now this is the, suppose you want to bring the detail view of any section. Detail view. This is the detail view. You select this arrow center point, the area for which you want the detail view. Okay. First select the view, and then go to the detail view and select. In this way, this view comes here. You bring here. Select the view. You can give the dimension, annotation, smart dimension. This one. First select the view. First select the view, then this is the dia of the whole tab. This way you can, this is, if you want to, suppose you select this view, you want to increase the scale of this thing. Come here, this is a 2.1. You want to increase the scale of this 0.5, 1.5. This is a reduce scale. Is that you change the scale of this from here also. In this way, you can bring this. Suppose, in order to explain more clearly, I take another sheet, this one. Go to this view palette. This one. Bring the cursor top. Bring the cursor down. And this is the right view. And this is the isometric. This way. This is the parent view. If I move this view, the other two view also moves this way. Suppose this height of this view is more. Then we use the break view. Break view. This is the break view. First select the view. Or to operate anything. Break view. I select this direction, horizontal direction. First is this one, and give the gap. How much you reduce the height of this thing, and okay. This is the break view. If you want to remove any view, whether this, select, right click, delete view, delete. This is the drawing view, delete. Select, unbreak. You want to unbreak this view, unbreak. Select the line, delete. Break lines, you can remove it. In this way, you can remove the break lines. Now suppose I want to add another sheet also. This is the view palette. Bring the front view, top view, move the cursor down and bring this one, and isometric view in this one. There is if you right click on this here, command manager and toolbars, and another है line format. Right click, toolbar, line format. Here at the bottom left side there that line format bar comes here. Suppose you want to change the color of this line. Select this line and this pencil. Can change the color of this thing. And color changes. Suppose select this and change the color blue. And change the color also. This is the clear change. In this way, you can change the color. Suppose you want to change the line thickness. Select this line, this one, and 0.35. To change the thickness of the line also. In this way, you can, by using the line format tools, you can change the color of the dimension, anything you can. Suppose in the section view, one more thing, in drawing there is section view. Suppose I take the section view of you want the section for this line. This is the section. This section view represents the when this part is cut along this line and observer is seeing from right to towards left. The part will look like this. After cutting this, after cutting along this line, the part will look like this in this way. This one. Suppose this is the hatch line. If you this one double click, you want to change the density of this thing. You can change, increase the density. You can also change the angle of this. In this way, you can change this. Also, you can change the different types of materials, marbles, etc. In this way, this is a marble comes here. In this way, you can change the hatch line. Now this is the title block and this is the border. We can edit this title block by right clicking on the sheet and edit sheet format. This is the edit sheet format. Then this becomes blue. This becomes blue. Now you want to, suppose you want to modify this text, double click on this thing. You can drawing number, you can write A10023. Okay, you can change. After inserting the text, you can adjust the required place. Suppose title, you want to double click on this thing. Suppose you write journal part. You can write it and select it. You can change the style of this thing, any style of the letter. This is the height of this thing, 12, and size of this thing. Suppose you want to write this. After inserting the text, you can adjust the place. You can write anything as per requirement. Suppose you want to write the name of the drawn person. Double click or select and double click here. This one, you can write it, this one. Suppose you want to add here something, note. You want to add something note here. Sketch, annotation, note, write it, note. You want to write the note here. First, all dimension in mm. Second point, you want to add no were allowed. Third, dot material. You can add there. No material here. In this way, you can. You can delete this. Suppose this delete. You delete it. Suppose here material doesn't come. How it will come here? Material and weight. You want to bring the material here. So first you you go in the file, the window, and go in the model. Here is the material. Suppose first is the material. You want to change the material here. Valuable cast iron. You can change variable cast iron. And that case, you come in the properties. You want to change the material here, text here. You want to change the material. This is the material, and valuable cast iron comes here. Here, weight, text, and you can allow the mass here. In this way, mass comes here. And again, you come in the drawing sheet here. So this way, material comes here, will come here. First, you come out the sheet. First, you come out of the sheet. Edit sheet format. To come out of the sheet, you come edit sheet. This is the come. Allowed the material, you go in the window. You go into window and model section and malleable cast iron. Suppose you first want to remove the material here. There is one thing, there is remove material. This is the remove material. No material here. Suppose you want to add the material plain carbon steel. You can add the plain carbon. And file, properties, material, text, this way, plain carbon steel. Refresh. It should format. In this way, material comes here. There is some problem. This material comes here. In this way, we can edit the sheet format, etc. I hope you would have enjoyed in this exercise of SolidWorks how to make the 2D drawing for the SolidWorks. You please like, share, and thanks for watching.